Hi, this is Rory Singh from the PowerhouseMarketer.com. Today I'm just doing a quick review on a new investment platform that just launched recently called Bit4G, okay, or Bit4Gig. I don't know exactly how they're trying to pronounce this or name this, but it's spelled Bit4G, okay. So we'll just call it the Bit4G review, even though Bit4Gig does sound kind of better. Um, Anyways, went over to their website and don't know who's behind this new platform. Anonymous owners seems to be the going trend for these platforms, these new investment platforms that are revolving around the idea of legitimate bit bitcoins and cryptocurrencies and legitimate trading and mining. Okay, but unfortunately, I cannot tell you who's behind this company at the moment. Um, Checked out their domain, did a domain search, found out it wasn't privately registered. It actually cost like $5 more, $5 to $10 more for you to go out and register a domain privately. But this one was not private, but it's not listing any person as the owner. What it seems like is they're using incomplete information. They're listing the name Bit4G as the owner, and what it seems to be is tied to a fake address. And I'm gonna say why I say fake or a questionable address in London, UK, because I looked up the address that they listed, uh, and it's linked to another company altogether, a company called Garden Studios in the UK, a real company in the UK that offers virtual office space. Okay, so we're getting questions right from the start here. I would say red flags right from the start. Um, I like to do both positive and negative reviews, okay? But when something's shady, it's my job to point out the things that are questionable and the things that you should be looking for, especially if it's you typed in a review on a specific topic. Okay, so the people behind this Bit4G, I think they could have just privately registered, but I've been doing a lot of reviews lately on these type of deals, and the new going trend, it's always been anonymous owners for a while now, but the new going trend now is they're trying to save $5 or $10 by skipping the privately registered part on their domain when they're setting up and registering the domain, when they're buying the domain. And I mean, for $5 or $10 just to privatize it, and now they're just putting in like incomplete information and other people's addresses. Okay, so these are some of the things that you really need to consider, especially if it's fire your boss or replace your income online. Okay, um, so right now, currently, there's no products or services, retailable products or services available with this opportunity. The only thing Bit4G affiliates will have to market is the membership itself. Compensation plan is pretty simple. How it works is affiliates. If you join this, it's gonna cost you at least $100 minimum. There is a free to join option. Okay, I see it's free to join option. That I'm unclear about. A lot of systems say it's free to join just because they're trying to stay compliant with Federal Trades Commission and other consumer watchdogs out there, government regulating agencies, etc., that are set up to protect the consumers. But sometimes they'll say free to join, and they'll let like leaders join for free, just so they could funnel traffic and people into the organization. So that I'm unclear of. If any of you guys know the truth here, is Bit4G free to join for people who are sponsoring recruiting, or is it just a gimmick? Is the free to join idea just a gimmick? Because if you want to get in here on the passive side, just to join and get a promised ROI, which is what most people are going to do, they're claiming $100. Okay, so if you guys want to clear that up for me, or if you know more than I do, or if I made any mistakes here, just please comment below in the comment section under this video. Okay. So anyways, compensation plan, how it works is affiliates have to buy Bit4G points from the company. Seems like the company has a point or coin system set up. Okay. And affiliates then lend Bit4G points back to the company. Okay, I thought it was simple, but it's a little different here. A little bit of a loop, a little bit of a twist. Let me try and wrap my head around this again. Comp plan works. Affiliates buy Bit4G points from company. Then, if you become an affiliate, you are going to lend these points back to the company for an ROI. So basically, you're going to be investing in points or coins. Now, these points at the current moment, what you really need to understand is they have no value outside of this platform. They had another system that got in a lot of trouble, especially in China. It got in trouble in India. It got in trouble with in Italy. Called OneCoin, where the value of the coins were worthless outside of the company because what it turned out to be was a Ponzi scheme, and they got in trouble. A lot of even top affiliates and leaders there got fined and got some jail time. Okay, but that was because a lot of people were buying into the idea that these coins had value, and they had no. So currently, Bit4G's point system is worthless outside of Bit4G. So hopefully you follow me there. But if you want to join this opportunity, it's going to cost you at least $100, and then you're going to have to buy the points from the company. So you're buying their coins that have no value outside of the company, and then you're going to lend it back to the company for an ROI. Okay, and then they had the pay plan works like this: invest $100 to $1,000 and receive 49% ROI, monthly ROI for 279 days. And they're saying up to a 49%. So that there I'm unclear about too as well. Is it 49% or up to 49%? Because they're saying up to 49%, and that doesn't really make sense. They should have a set ROI. Okay. Anyways, I'm just going to go with what I learned through going through the process with this system. Then the second plan that they have is invest $1,010 to $5,000. So between $1,010 to $5,000, and receive up to 49% monthly ROI for 279 days. Third plan is invest between $5,010 to $10,000 and receive up to 49% ROI plus a guaranteed 0.25% for 159 days. Okay. Then the final plan is invest $10,010 to $100,000. So invest $10,010 between $10,010 to $100,000 and receive 49% ROI plus a guaranteed 0.3% monthly ROI for 119 days. Okay, so there I'm a little. It's getting kind of. It sounds kind of funky right there, because I know that anything that promises you an ROI, especially online, is a red flag. Okay, but usually these type of systems are promising people an ROI, but then in the beginning, invest $100 to $1,000 and receive up to 49% monthly ROI for 279 days. Then the second one is invest between $1,010 to $5,000 and receive up to 49% ROI for monthly ROI for 279 days. And then the third plan, you see I get confused right here, invest $5,010 to $10,000 and receive up to a 49% ROI plus a guaranteed, see, 0.25% for. So I don't understand that. Are they not guaranteeing that you're going to make an ROI here? Because at the first two, usually they're going to promise everyone the world and promise you the ROI. But the second two higher level plans, the second last one costs over $5,000. The last one's over 10,000, and then they're giving you the idea that it's guaranteed. Those last two that cost more, $5,000 and up, is guaranteed. And so are the first two not guaranteed? It's just very confusing. I thought it was simple, but to me now it's kind of confusing. So those are more questions that I have to raise here. Now they're paying referral commissions, and they're paying it down to 10 levels or 10 tiers deep. Tier 1 or level 1, that's all of your personally sponsored affiliates, you'll make 8%. Tier 2, 3%. Tier 3, 2%. Tier 4, 1%. Tier 5, 0.5%. Tier 6, 0.3%. Tier 7, 0.2%. And Tier 8 to 10 would be 0.19%. Okay. So, conclusion. I don't recommend this opportunity to anyone. If you're still dead set on joining it, I would say only invest no more than you're willing to lose. Too many red flags here. That's the verdict. It's just too many red flags here for me personally. Anonymous owners, I'm not going to join anything. Who in the right mind is going to give out money out of your own pocket to people you don't even know and who are doing their best to hide behind the scenes, as well as the idea of privately registering this? The founders of the system wouldn't even spend the extra $5 or $10 to privately register this. So that's the anonymous owners, guys. Big red flag. And $5 or $10 just to privatize something, that raises more concern. They probably didn't think about it when, and more of these system owners are doing so. Save $10, put bogus information in there. Second red flag was an address that they're using is not their address. It's a company called Garden Studios. Garden Studios is not Bit4G. Third red flag is the promise of income. Anything that promises you an income. See, they're only promising you an income here on the two second last higher level stuff plans that start over 5 to 10 grand. And the first two, it doesn't seem like they're promising you, but anything at all, especially anonymous owners, a scheme that contains anonymous owners, it's a big red flag. Now, lastly, they're claiming that there's supercomputer trading going on. Okay, doesn't matter, bot trading. They're claiming that they're making a lot of revenue to pay investors, but the $1 million question is, why aren't they proving so on their website? Okay, I'm going to let you fill in the blanks on that one. Okay, so verdict, there's too many red flags here. If you still want to invest and try it out, this is how it works. Eventually they'll pay out in the beginning. All schemes pay out in the beginning, because if they don't pay out in the beginning, no one's going to reinvest. So let's say it costs $100 and you try this out. Most likely you'll get your ROI back. Okay, hopefully. Okay, but usually if they're smart and they'll do their best to pay you back whatever you drop down $100 the first time, they're gonna give you your ROI, and then you're like, holy smokes, this works. Maybe I'll put down $200 the second time. You get, if they pay you what they're claiming that they're supposed to pay you, you're like, holy smokes, I invested the second time. Now the third time I'm going to put down $3,000 or $4,000. That's what usually happens. The average person, after they get paid like 3 times, they think, hey, I found the holy grail. I can freaking fire my boss now. I'm going to hit my credit card. I'm just going to borrow $3,000 or $4,000 from my credit card, drop it down, and I'm gonna I got my FU money. Okay, I know I'm being a little extravagant here, but a lot of people are thinking like that. And usually by that time, the system, they drop down thousands of dollars. It's usually when the scheme will collapse. A scheme always collapses because when the recruitment dies down or they get shut down, that's why they remain anonymous, no liabilities. Or the third reason is if they just decide to shut down and run off with your money. Okay. What happens is the great majority of people usually lose money, right? The leaders who've been marketing this will make some money, and the system owners, of course, are going to make the lion's shares of the profits regardless. Okay, so that's my verdict, that's my conclusion. If you're still watching this video and you were just curious and maybe some of the stuff that I'm saying today resonates with you today, and you're still looking for a legitimate way to make money for yourself online, you want to replace your income, you want to fire your boss, if that's you right now, there's a very powerful system lower below. Okay, it's a legitimate system. You want to make money legitimate online, because legitimate is the only thing that's the only thing that's gonna work for you for the long term. Anything that's fake, it's built on a fake foundation, won't last long. You need longevity. Okay, so powerful system lower below. Take the next step. Click the link. A lot of people have already fired their bosses legitimately with this opportunity. Some people are making hundreds of dollars every single day. Some people are making thousands of dollars every single day. It is legit. It is set up properly. There is a real founder, a real person, real story right on the forefront. Everything. You'll learn about him after you take the first step. You're going to start the information gathering process for yourself. And we're going to prove that everything that we say is true. Okay? And find out for yourself if you're a serious upcoming entrepreneur or entrepreneur already. Okay, again, my name is Rory Singh. Hopefully you got some value. Take the next step, lower below. Have yourself an awesome day.